Welcome to my nursery. My name is Dee. I'm from the blog kindlingwild.com. I make a lot of printables over there, and I'm sharing today a printable winter nature hunt. Hopefully I'll be able to put a little pop-up right here that shows the winter scavenger hunt. I want to encourage you guys to get out on a trail as a family today, okay? Do it, do it. I'm talking to myself too. I actually really need to get the kids out to the trail. We have a baby, a toddler, 2 middle elementary children, an upper elementary, and a young teen. We can do it. We can get on the trail. Today I have to share with you 5 tips that I find to be invaluable for actually being able to function in the great outdoors with kids, little kids especially. I have a post with 10 tips, and it's like the official ones, like how to choose a good trail, how to dress properly in layers, what to watch out for like signs of like frostbite or getting too cold, because we don't want let's not be dangerous, okay? Let's be practical. Those are like the practical tips, but this is just my like off the cuff actual mom tips. I actually think that it's warming up out there because the sun went away, and you know, if it's sunny, it's really cold, like really cold. Did you know that it's a myth that it can be too cold to snow? I think at absolute zero, which is like a bajillion degrees colder than what we call zero, it actually might be too cold to snow scientifically, but it's never actually too cold to snow. It's just that the colder that the air is, the less moisture it can hold, so it does make it less likely that it's going to snow. Patsman, my Patsman. We've had tons of really cold weather, and I haven't done it. Okay, but here, yeah, this is my coffee. I can't even find my tripod. I'm a mess. Look at this. Before I go out today, I really need to fix what's going on back here. You're sitting on the window. Yeah, I see that.
Oh. Guys, take mine.
Is that a snowplow? You want to play in your bed?
No.
Okay, so I'm trying again without my toddler. I have a few tips today to share with you about getting outside with your kids. The first one, wool. I cannot tell you how much better wool is than anything else that you've ever worn. It's like if you've ever had a down parka and how you realize how much better a down parka is, like one of those goose down parkas, how much warmer it is than anything else. Okay, so let's not even just say wool, but wool, sheepskin, real fur, real down, anything that's authentic, like anything that God created to insulate the creatures. Okay, that's what you need in winter. You do not need fleece. Like, fleece is just not going. You can use fleece if that's what you have. Like, I put my baby in a little fleece thingy in his car seat all the time. But if it's cold out and you can level it up a little, this is what you want to do. You don't want to go get anything that's synthetic. It's just not going to be as good, okay? Get yourself a grandpa sweater that's wool. Go to the thrift store, scurry around in there, find all the things that are real, okay? Real wool, real fur, all of that is going to be just so much warmer. Here's a couple ways that I use it. So hang on. This is the baby one, and I've had it forever. It's just like a little, the brand is Simply Merino, a Canadian company. Had it forever. Literally has like stains on it from probably being washed wrong. It's merino wool. And this is what I put on the baby as the base layer. It is the perfect base layer because if it gets a little bit damp, it's not gonna like be like wet and clammy like cotton. Wool. We have a bunch of these. If you could only do one piece per kid, I personally would start with the youngest kid because they're the one who gets cold the easiest. And I would do possibly with the exception of a baby who's just going to grow so fast that it's not practical, or a baby who you're actually going to be wearing right by your skin because they don't get as cold because they're sharing your core temperature. But yes, a shirt, a long sleeve shirt. That's what I would get if you were grabbing something that was merino for the first time. And so probably the age that I would do it would be your like little toddler who is going to be in a sled or trying to walk in the snow or something like that. Wool. The best next piece, if it's not a base layer shirt, debate. Wool socks. A lot of people already have wool socks, but yeah, like wool socks, such a big deal. Makes the difference between cold, freezing little toes and just being like, oh, my toes are actually a little hot. I would also say sheepskin. I love to take, we have this really small little sheepskin that we got at IKEA a long time ago. It's real sheepskin, but it's just like really little. And it's the perfect little seat warmer. So you're going out to stick your kid in a frozen sled or stroller and you put that in. And then they're sitting on a warm sheepskin and it's just like creates that barrier for them and it keeps them so cozy. If you can thrift a wool blanket, anything. Wool for just like if you get the real deal. It's the difference between, like, it's just so much warmer, guys. It's so much warmer. I have wool tights. If you want a mom upgrade, get yourself some wool tights. They're a game changer. Okay, next. My next little random tip is always bring hot drinks. Just like, I don't bring hot because you don't want anyone to be so thirsty and then burn their mouth. But like, don't even bother with cold water. Why would you bring cold water out in the cold? Boil the kettle, make the water warm, or make a tea, put some honey in it. Like, make it something that's actually going to be warming you up as you drink, because you're going to want to drink more. You need to replenish. In the dry air, you really need to be replenishing your fluids. Just warm drinks, always. I don't even usually go outside in the winter without a warm drink, like, period. Even if I'm just going in the yard with the kids, I still bring a warm drink because it's like my bribe to myself. Is it bad that I have to bribe myself to go outside? I don't know. Probably. I don't know. Guys, I'm from Nova Scotia and I live in Northern Ontario, okay? This stuff is hard. Okay, next. Tip number 3. So you're gonna wanna bring snacks, okay? And I like to do protein snacks. Like, even if I had a friend who worked at like an outdoor school. She was so brilliant. I love you, Jess. And she would bring like boiled eggs and cheese, and like, she really helped me up my trail snack game, okay? But the best tip of all is to have chocolate and have it be your bribe for getting back, okay? So you don't give them the chocolate. They don't even know about the chocolate. The chocolate's a secret. And then on the way back, when people start to complain, you say, let's just get to this next landmark and then we're gonna have a chocolate, okay? Just try it. It's just the best. Do something fun. This is tip number 4. Have something fun to do outside, okay? So we have a trail that you can feed the chickadees and other birds, but there's always tons of chickadees. So have some seeds, like the black oil sunflower seeds for feeding the birds, or even make a bird feeder to go put in a tree. Like you can do the pine cone ones or the really cute ones that you make with ice. I'm gonna do that this week because it's just so adorable. You can like decorate a tree for the birds like people do for Christmas trees. It's January, it doesn't matter. You can still do it. Just do it, have something fun to do. You can, I have a printable on the blog post that's like a little winter nature scavenger hunt that I already told you about. Bring that, like, even just bring one copy. Like, not everybody needs to be getting out their little like freezing cold fingers and trying to write with pens. Just bring one copy and be like, you're doing it together. That saves paper too. And you can like laminate it and then use it multiple times, especially if your kids are little. They will enjoy doing it more than once. Kids are kids, right? So have something that's like a bit of a fun thing to do. Or if you know your trail that you're going to, you know the area that you're going to, you're going to go maybe, you know, check out the ice. Let's be reasonable about ice. Everybody probably already knows that you can't just go on any old ice, but like make sure that you know how thick the ice is and if it's safe to go on. It's always like good if you can see tons of other people are on the ice and it's been super cold, then it's probably safe. Like out here, I can literally see ice. I can see the lake from where I'm sitting right now. And it's just like, it's a village of ice huts, okay? That's safe. But anyway, if you have not a sweet clue about whether the ice is safe, just talk to a local who like really would know. Track identification, that's so fun in winter. You can go find like rabbit tracks or deer or any, like even little birds. If it's a warmer day and it's thawed a bit, the tracks expand so it looks like it's from a larger animal. It might just be a little dog, but anyway, that's just an interesting little tip for you if you're like, what animal made this track? But yeah, you can find some really cool tracks out there. Bird watching, tree bark rubbings, trying to identify the deciduous trees by their bark is really fun. There's a book called Tree Leaves, Bark, and Twigs. There's a book about it. That's for kids. It's really handy. I'll link it or something. I'll link it somewhere. I'm a professional. Okay, I've done this. Okay, you're on the trail and it's taking a little longer than you thought because it takes forever to walk in the snow, even if it's a groomed trail, or you're not that good at snowshoeing or whatever it is. And it starts to get dark and it gets so much colder as the sun sets, and the sun sets so early. I mean, it's like gonna set one whole minute later today than yesterday. So clearly we're gonna be having super long days soon. The end of winter is nigh. Not really. But anyway, just like bring those little hats, the toques with the little headlamps that are rechargeable on them, just in case, and just try to make sure that you're not going to be out around like the 4 p.m. onwards time. Okay, nature journaling in the winter. If you live somewhere where it's like winter, but it's really mild, and you're near home and you want to bring your nature journals and stop, okay, whatever, but you get cold really fast if you stop. So if you're going to be stopping, sitting down, even having a hot cocoa or anything, bring something to sit on or get the kids to gather some branches and sit on them, because the instant that they sit on that snow, even in their snow pants, they're going to be starting to get super cold. So if you're having a hot cocoa party, like plan it well where to do it. If you're gonna nature journal, I would just recommend taking pictures and then doing that at home later. Because even if you can only manage, if your outdoor time for the day is like going to be 20 minutes outside, you want them moving around and running around. You don't want them sitting there nature journaling, and then starting to freeze, and then it just, I mean, it's good for a nice photo shoot, but guys, let's be practical.
Oh, hi, Pooch. Shirley.
Orienteering, that's kind of fun if you have older kids who can use a compass. Lighting tiny fires. Okay. Don't burn anything. Don't set fires. Fire safety, blah, blah, blah. But here at Kindling Wild, just kidding. Tiny fires is actually a really fun, like, little forest school activity that my kids love to do when they're little, and they can just be burning tiny little twigs, and they have so much fun doing it. And that's kind of a neat little winter, like when it's just completely snow covered. It's a really safe time of year to be practicing those fire skills. But obviously you need to make sure that they know all about fire safety. So that's, anyway, I have my like gear and clothing recommendations and everything on the blog post, so go check it out. Sorry I'm super rambly, and let this be your inspo to get outside. It's actually so much easier to get outside if you even just promise yourself that you're just stepping out on the porch. Okay, so first thing in the morning, when you're having your coffee, go step out on the porch, get some sunlight into your eyes. It's so good for you, and it's like a little bit of fresh air, just really sets you up for the day. And then later when you're contemplating going outside, it's just not as intimidating. So anyway, just try it. I'm gonna go take my own advice now and go outside for my forced march. Read some like good winter adventure books where the kids like go outside, like there's like Snow Treasure or the Laura Ingalls ones or My Side of the Mountain. That one's amazing for inspiring you to get outside. Kids love it. It really captures the imagination. And then you can be like, we're gonna play pretend that we, I don't know, whatever. Be like, let's build igloos and quincees and cool snow things. I don't know. It'll be fun, guys. Winter. It's so fun and exciting and invigorating. Nothing like, if there's one thing that will inspire me to get outside, sometimes it's how good it feels coming inside after you've been outside, okay? It just like really feels like, I love my house. I love being cozy. You're like so happy because you got some exercise and you braved the elements, and then you get to come inside. Built-in reward. Do it. Go outside. Get chickens and keep them all winter and take care of them. That gets you outside because you have to go check for their eggs, otherwise they'll freeze. Do you know what they call sledding here? They call it sliding. Because they call sledding, like sledding is like snowmobiling. And sliding is like taking a sled and going down a hill. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's kind of cute. I don't know. Check out that blog post. Grab my free printable. Tell me what you actually want me to talk about, because I'm just making this up as I go along. Thank you. Bye.
Oh,